The purpose of this resource is to provide guidance for utilizing scaffolds that are embedded in your EL Education District curriculum. Scaffolding is an instructional method that progressively moves students toward greater independence and understanding during the learning process. It's a temporary support that acknowledges what students already know, the barriers they will face in achieving new learning goals, and the instructional support that will benefit them in negotiating those barriers. Throughout this learning opportunity, we'll focus on examples of scaffolds that already exist within EL education lessons using Lesson 1 from Grade 5, Module 2, Unit 3. An EL Education Scaffold Overview document for elementary ELA grades 2 through 5 can be found in Learning Central under the appendix within each grade level module and in the teacher planning tools for your grade level curriculum. Please refer to this document for additional supports as you plan. The lesson components listed on the side are where you can locate embedded scaffolds within lessons and will be highlighted throughout this presentation. In Work Time A, students find the gist of an exemplar narrative text by at night. This will be used throughout the unit as students build their understanding of the plot structure of narrative text. This lesson contains the first part of an optional language dive. Before the lesson, consider whether all students would benefit and adjust the timing of the lesson as needed. Students practice their fluency in this lesson by reading silently as a teacher reads an excerpt from The Most Beautiful Roof in the World in Opening A and in Bite at Night in Work Time A. Continue to use goals 1 through 3 conversation cues to promote productive and equitable conversation. The basic design of this lesson supports ELLs by inviting all students to act out and determine the gist of section by section, the two texts being read aloud. Acting out and determining the gist of the text helps ELLs make the connection between language and meaning and allows teachers to assess how well ELLs understand the language. English language learners may find it challenging to compare points of view amid the volume of reading required. Support students by leaving time to act out and annotate the gist and by giving them explicit language for identifying first and third person's point of view. In Work Time A, students are invited to participate in the first of a series of 3 connected language dive conversations. Students will apply their understanding of the structure of the language dive sentence when discussing subordinating conjunctions in Lesson 3 and when writing the ending of their narratives in Lesson 4. The universal design for teaching and learning is a way of thinking about teaching and learning that helps give all students an equal opportunity to succeed. This lesson offers a variety of visual anchors to cue students' thinking. Consider creating anchor charts. For example, you may create a chart that identifies the cues for differentiating between the first and third person point of view. Some students may require additional scaffolding in visual representation, such as the use of graphic organizers, charts, highlighters, or different colors. Consider offering scaffolds on the Finding the Gist in Unfamiliar Vocabulary Bite at Night worksheet for varied levels of difficulty in note-taking. For example, you can use Post-it notes with words pertaining to the gist of the story already printed on them, or offering multiple choices for the gist and having students circle their response. This allows students to attend to the task of identifying the gist instead of getting distracted with the writing task. After the class reads Bite at Night, consider allowing students to return to a partner and summarize what they just read. This will offer them a second opportunity for comprehension. Use examples of narrator and point of view from Module 1 to revisit those terms. Give familiar examples of first and third person point of view.